Hello, YouTubers. Joe of Joe and Paul here, and here's Paul.
Hello, guys.
And we were sort of surfing around and clicking around today earlier on Friday, May 17th. Paul's got the day off, and as it turns out, tomorrow and Sunday off as well. And excuse me. We happened upon a fella who's a very fast-talking, really fat. That's one of my major complaints about people who are
A spitty ass talker where you can hardly make out what they're saying.
yeah, well, somewhat. So let's say somewhat younger than us who talk really rapidly, and his point was this is some sort of International Anti-Homophobia Day or anti-using the faggot or queer word day. And, okay, that's fine. So then Paul and I got talking about this because, obviously, we've both been on the receiving end of homophobia, and we have both from time to time, I don't know if I've used the F word very much, but, I've used the Q word a lot. I don't have a problem with that because I'm queer. That's the fact of the matter, guys. I'm queer. I think the F word implies a certain type of behavior that may or may not be objectionable in certain contexts. Okay, I think that's about as much analytics as I intend to go into here. I will admit very briefly that, well, not briefly, I'll admit that one brief, it was quite an extended period of my life where I pretended to be straight and go along with some of this nonsensical anti-gay stuff. That's to my shame. I confess that. I was wrong. Still, one tries to survive under certain circumstances, doesn't one? So, there it is on that. But without getting involved in that, it was very interesting to hear this fellow talk about, his attitude toward the F word and the Q word. Now I'm just gonna make a real fast little story here. Well, a story, it's an account. The story may be made up. This is an account. This is truth. When I was working, we had a surgeon from Canada who was a resident alien. He had a green card, and that's very apposite in terms of the fact that the fellow whose video we're referencing actually is also from Canada. Anyway, he has a green card. He was a resident alien in the United States, and the guy is a superb surgeon. He's one of the giants of surgery in Central Ohio, or was. He was very anti-gay, to say the least.
He was a bigot and half.
Oh, he was, yes. Yes, he was. I'm trying to be yes, he was a major bigot. No question about it. I'll leave aside the fact that he was running microwaves across the border to his family in Canada. We'll leave that aside. But in any case, he associated himself. He had a string of partners over the years. business partners and surgical partners, and he finally associated with a guy that had been 3 or 4 years behind me in training, and who I would let operate on me in a heartbeat today. I'd let this other guy operate on me in a heartbeat, actually as well. But he would do things like one day in the surgeon's lounge, you go in and you're shooting the breeds and you're reading the paper, and I dropped something and I bent over and picked it up, and it turned out that my behind was in front of his business associate's face, and he says, watch out there, name of person, Kersey's presenting himself to you, that was just one instance of many of things, that this is the kind of stuff this guy pulled on me all the time, which, well, it made him happy, didn't it? It just makes people happy to do that sometimes. But, you're making a living and you're saying, well, I got to make a living. That certainly addresses the homophobia aspect of the International Anti-Homophobia Day. And then the Q word day and the F word day. But I've had other people who weren't hateful say I'm queer. Yeah, I'm queer. I don't mind being called that. I'm queer. I don't know if I'm a faggot in the sense of faggot. Take that how people will. But so Paul and I got time about this, and now I'm going to let Paul give you his take on that.
Oh, when people use the word faggot at you, we're talking the loose wrist things, where, oh, hey, and that was another thing. You'd walk in and you'd go to a bar and you'd walk up and say hello to a friend or acquaintance. And they would come back with, hey girl, what's up?
There you go.
It's like, excuse me? I don't have a vagina. I'm sorry. So, why say that?
Yes.
Why say that to another man?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Why say, hey girl, Adam? Come on. They're not a girl.
That makes me want to throw up.
At one point, I even had a beard, and my other roommate and I, Louie, we were having a bet who could grow a beard faster. I beat.
Really? Did you beat him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be damned.
I had one big honking beard.
Oh.
As a matter of fact,
Lou was a hairy guy. I wouldn't have thought you would have beat him.
Well, I did. My beard grew faster and everything. And finally, I got tired of it. I shaved it all off.
Did Mark and Louie try to have a contest?
No, it's just Louie and I.
I would have liked to see Mark's have a hairy leg contest with Mark.
Oh, yeah, that little guy would have won.
Oh, easily.
Head over. Anyway.
Well, not so much head over.
When I shaved my beard off, I had to always show an ID when I went in for a while because they always thought I was a teenager sneaking in.
I can hear the computers clicking off all over America. All 6 or 9 of them.
they thought it was the kids sneaking in, so I had to show an ID all the time to prove that I was allowed to be in there, even though I'd been going there for like 2 years straight every night.
They carded me in Fort Wayne every time I went and bought a case of beer.
Well, yeah, they do that all the time and carry out and stuff.
They did that sitting in the Carolinas. That's okay. I'm sorry.
But I mean, when you go into this particular bar here in town,
it was a lot of fun.
You know, if they knew you, you did not have to show the ID to get to the door.
They know you.
You just leave. Hey, how you doing tonight?
That's what it should be.
Off you go.
That's what it should be anywhere, ever I'm in. Anywhere. For anything.
When I shaved the beard off.
Oh, you had a beard?
Yeah.
This is a new development in the storyline.
But it was like 3 years, always going in there. I did not have a beard. Always clean shaven.
Oh, you were having a contest with Louis.
And then Louis and I had a contest. Well, see who could grow a beard fast.
This is a bit far afield from the faggot and queer thing, but this is a far more interesting story, I think.
I had this thing for a few months. I got tired of it. I shaved it off, went in, and it's like nobody knew who I was. I had to show my ID at the door. I had to show the ID at the bar. To even get a beer.
Well, and it wasn't really a real beer. I mean, it was one of these, it wasn't like a beer. It was like a Budweiser or Miller Lite or some nonsense. It wasn't a beer.
Oh, it's Stroh's or something.
Well, Stroh's is marginally getting there. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm sorry, since I don't mean to interrupt you.
Well, I'd have, Clue and Cream.
Oh, well, that's not a beer. That's just crap. That's the C word, and that's crap.
I know Black Russian or White Russian.
Well, that's another piece of crap. It is. Well, so this doesn't really address the attitude of people using the word queer and faggot, but...
Oh, but you're running, walk up, say hello to a friend, walk to the joint, and they'll turn around and go, "Hey girl, what's happening?" And I'm like, "Come on."
Oh, I should have had that up. Go on, I'm sorry.
"Where's the girl?" I said, "I'm not the girl. I'm not a girl."
Indeed not.
So
I can testify to that.
Sorry. Or,
click, 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 click,
you'd walk,
click, click.
You walk past. A lot of times when I've walked past someone, anywhere, a lot of times, like, just walk past someone, being polite, and just say hello to them. And they'll just turn and look, and they'll go, "Faggot." Instead of hello back, they just yell.
In a gay bar?
In a gay bar, on the street, whatever. In a mall, whatever.
Not at the hotel, though.
No.
Hotel's been very kind to him.
But...
And rightfully so.
People go, the response would be, just saying hello to them, passing on the street, passing in the mall. I just say hello.
Yeah.
Or how are you today?
Well, you're one of the more straight acting guys that are
how are you today?
Yeah.
And get this, faggot.
So I don't know where they're getting that.
So I don't know what the problem is.
Well, people have problems, don't they?
Yeah, get a grip.
There's just a lot of hateful folks out there, and that's just terrible because God has enjoined us to love one another as He loves us, and so we shouldn't be hating each other on this nonsense, one way or the other, period. So I'm going to leave it at that, and and we'll say God bless you and bye-bye.